Welcome to the Water Street Church midweek message. I'm Elbert Van Donkersgood. Through all the years as a youngster and a teenager on the family farm in rural Ontario, our family had a well-remembered tradition of reading a Bible story once a day. It was part of life until I left for university. As a result, there are Bible stories of which I know the whole as soon as I hear the first phrase. Consider the story in Luke 15, most often labeled the prodigal son. As a youth, I understood the story in quite simple terms. Jesus' main character in the story is the younger son. The younger son takes his wealth and squanders it, buying happiness. Once his wealth is gone, no one gives him anything. He remembers that his father treated servants pretty well. He returns home to be a servant, but his father will have none of that. He is a son. The older son, he just thought that hard work should count for more than sonship. Once in university, I heard sermons that shifted the story. Jesus' main character in the story is the father. You have to look to the context to understand the story. At the beginning of Luke 15, we find a shepherd who leaves the 99 to search for one lost sheep and a woman turning her house upside down looking for a lost coin. Perhaps more important are the previous chapters where Jesus instructs his audience about God's kingdom. For example, when a local rulemaker criticizes Jesus for healing a woman bent over with arthritis, Jesus responds, "You frauds! Each Sabbath, every one of you regularly unties your cow or donkey from its stall, leads it out for water, and thinks nothing of it. So, why isn't it all right for me to untie this daughter of Abraham and lead her from the stall where Satan has had her tied these 18 years? With this approach, the story is about the character of God. The father responds to his son's return with reckless extravagance. This is the definition of prodigal, reckless extravagance. Thus, we could name the story, The Prodigal Father. In later years, I heard sermons that shifted the story again. Jesus' main character in the story is the older son. His relationship to the father is one of works and merit. He believes that his slaving for the father has earned him a reward. He says, "Yet you never gave me even a young goat so I could celebrate with my friends." He as much as disowns his younger brother, labeling him this son of yours. With this approach, the story is about the rule makers of the time. Proud of their detailed adherence to the rules, they felt themselves justly deserving of God's esteem. They thought that God was miserly with his blessings. They had no concept of the grace that Jesus had come to establish. Now, in my elder years, I continue to have a preference for the way I understood the story in my youth. It's about sonship. After all his wandering and squandering, the younger son still has faith in his father. For each of us, faith in Jesus establishes our sonship. As John reports in the first chapter of his gospel, "Yet to all who did receive him, to those who believed in his name, he gave the right to become children of God." Thank you for listening.